Are you trapped? Stuck in a rut of your own making? Do you long for something more, something different? Yet, you find yourself frozen in place, unable to escape the familiar, comfortable confines of your life. Why is that? What insidious force holds you captive, preventing you from reaching your full potential? Change can be daunting, I understand. The unknown often evokes fear and trepidation. But consider this. Within the very essence of change lies the potential for extraordinary growth. Every step outside your comfort zone, every challenge you overcome, strengthens your resolve and reveals hidden depths you never knew you possessed. Imagine yourself like a seed buried beneath the weight of expectation and habit. To reach the sunlight, to flourish and bloom, you must first break free from the darkness. You must embrace the discomfort of growth, the struggle to break through the surface and reach for something more. The human mind, for all its complexities, is inherently drawn to comfort. Like a moth to a flickering flame, we gravitate towards the familiar, the predictable, the undemanding. We find solace in routines, habits and patterns that require minimal effort, that shield us from the unpredictable nature of life's grand tapestry. This yearning for comfort is not inherently a flaw. It's a primal instinct, a survival mechanism ingrained deep within our very being. It's the soothing whisper that tells us to conserve energy, to avoid unnecessary risk, to seek refuge from the storms of the world. Yet, like any indulgence, an over-reliance on comfort can become a deceptive trap, a gilded cage that stifles our potential and limits our growth. The comfort zone, my friends, is a seductive mistress. It whispers promises of safety, of security, of a life devoid of risk and disappointment. It paints a picture of tranquility, a world where challenges are non-existent and contentment reigns supreme. But this sense of safety is an illusion, a carefully constructed facade that crumbles under the slightest pressure. The comfort zone may offer temporary respite from the storms of life, but it cannot protect you from the inevitable winds of change that blow through every existence. In fact, by clinging to the familiar, by resisting the natural ebb and flow of life, we become more vulnerable, more susceptible to the very uncertainties we seek to avoid. Like a tree with brittle branches, we become ill-equipped to weather the storms, prone to snapping under the weight of even the slightest adversity. Breaking free from the comfort zone requires a conscious choice, a deliberate act of defiance against the seductive whispers of complacency. It demands that we confront our fears, challenge our assumptions, and embrace the exhilarating, often daunting prospect of the unknown. This journey will not be easy. You will encounter resistance, both internal and external. Your mind will conjure up 1,000 reasons to stay put, to retreat back into the familiar embrace of the status quo. But I urge you, do not succumb to these whispers of doubt. Remember that within every challenge lies the seed of opportunity. Within every obstacle, a chance for growth and transformation. By stepping outside your comfort zone, you unlock hidden reserves of strength, resilience, and creativity you never knew you possessed. The world beyond the familiar is not one to be feared, but embraced. It is a realm brimming with possibilities, adventures, and experiences that will shape you, mold you, and ultimately lead you to a more fulfilling and authentic existence. Fear. The insidious puppeteer pulling at the strings of our minds, dictating our actions, limiting our potential. It whispers doubts in our ears, paints terrifying scenarios in our imaginations, and paralyzes us with indecision. Fear, my friends, is the invisible prison we construct for ourselves. The bars forged from our own anxieties and insecurities. We are all prisoners of fear to some degree. It's a primal instinct, a survival mechanism designed to protect us from harm. But in the modern world, our fears often become amplified, distorted, and detached from genuine threats. We allow fear to dictate our choices, to hold us back from pursuing our dreams, from living life on our own terms. We cling to what feels safe, what feels familiar, even when it no longer serves us. We avoid taking risks, pursuing new opportunities, or stepping outside our comfort zones, all because we are terrified of the unknown, of failure, of judgment. But in doing so, we sacrifice the possibility of something extraordinary, something truly fulfilling. Here's the secret about fear, my friends. Most of the time, it's based on nothing more than our own imaginations. We allow our minds to run wild, conjuring up worst-case scenarios, amplifying potential risks, and magnifying the possibility of failure. We become enslaved by what-ifs and maybes, allowing these phantom threats to dictate our every move. Consider for a moment the fears that hold you captive. Are they based on actual, tangible threats, or are they simply products of your own anxieties, fueled by past experiences, societal expectations, or the opinions of others? More often than not, you'll find that your fears are largely unfounded, figments of your imagination that have taken on a life of their own. The truth is, fear thrives in the shadows of uncertainty. It festers in the fertile ground of our doubts and insecurities. But when we shine the light of awareness on our fears, when we examine them with a critical eye, we begin to see them for what they truly are. Illusions, smoke and mirrors, phantoms that have no real power over us. Conquering fear is not about eliminating it entirely. That, my friends, is an impossible task. Fear is an integral part of the human experience, a reminder of our own mortality and the preciousness of life. No, conquering fear is about recognizing it for what it is, acknowledging its presence without allowing it to control us. It's about questioning our assumptions, challenging our limiting beliefs, and taking that first, courageous step outside our comfort zones. It's about replacing the voice of fear with the voice of courage, the voice of determination, the voice that whispers, "Yes, I can." Remember, every great journey, every remarkable achievement begins with a single courageous decision. The decision to face our fears and take that first step into the unknown. The path may be fraught with challenges, but the rewards, the growth, the sense of accomplishment are immeasurable. So I ask you, my friends, what fears are you ready to conquer today? We are creatures of remarkable resilience, capable of enduring unimaginable hardships and emerging stronger on the other side. Yet we are also masters of self-deception, adept at constructing elaborate narratives that absolve us from responsibility and perpetuate our own stagnation. We blame our circumstances, our upbringing, our lack of resources, our genetics, the alignment of the stars, anything and everything but ourselves. We convince ourselves that we are victims of fate, powerless to change the course of our lives. This, my friends, is the ultimate illusion, the insidious lie that keeps us tethered to mediocrity. The truth is, we are not defined by our circumstances, but by how we choose to respond to them. Every challenge, every setback, every obstacle is an opportunity for growth, a chance to learn, adapt and emerge stronger, wiser and more resilient. But to seize these opportunities, we must first shatter the illusion of victimhood and embrace the empowering truth. We are the architects of our own destinies. Change, even positive change, requires effort. It demands that we confront our ingrained habits, challenge our limiting beliefs, and step outside the familiar confines of our comfort zones. It's far easier, far more comfortable to simply stay the course, to remain tethered to the familiar even when it no longer serves us. Inertia, my friends, is a powerful force. Like a heavy cloak, it weighs us down, making it increasingly difficult to muster the energy and motivation to break free from our self-imposed limitations. We become creatures of habit, our days blending seamlessly into one another, our lives passing by in a blur of unfulfilled potential. We tell ourselves that we'll start tomorrow, that we're not ready yet, that the timing isn't quite right. But tomorrow never comes, and the longer we wait, the more entrenched we become in our patterns of procrastination and self-sabotage. The seductive whisper of inertia lulls us into a false sense of security, a dangerous complacency that can rob us of our dreams. Here's the liberating truth, my friends. Change is not something that happens to us. It's something we choose. Every single day, we are presented with countless opportunities to break free from our routines, to challenge our limitations, to take a step, however small, towards the lives we envision for ourselves. The choice is always ours. We can remain tethered to the familiar, comfortable confines of our self-imposed limitations, or we can embrace the exhilarating, often daunting prospect of growth and transformation. We can choose to be defined by our past, or we can choose to create our future. The journey will not be easy. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. But the rewards, the sense of accomplishment, the joy of living a life true to ourselves far outweigh the risks. So I ask you, my friends, what will you choose? You stand at the precipice of change, my friends. Behind you lies the familiar, comfortable terrain of the life you've always known. Ahead, a path shrouded in mist, its destination uncertain, yet brimming with tantalizing possibilities. This, my friends, is the decision point, the moment where you choose the course of your destiny. It's the moment you stop making excuses, stop blaming circumstance, and acknowledge the truth. You are the master of your fate. You have the power to choose stagnation or growth, complacency or transformation. The first step, and it is often the most difficult, is to make the decision to change. Not tomorrow, not someday, but now. In this very moment, declare your intention to break free from the shackles of self-doubt and embrace the extraordinary potential that lies dormant within you. It's time to stop telling yourself the same tired stories, the ones that keep you small and safe and unfulfilled. Change can feel overwhelming, I understand. The enormity of the task ahead can paralyze even the most resolute spirit. But here's a secret, my friends. Change doesn't have to be monumental to be meaningful. In fact, it's often the smallest, most consistent actions that yield the most profound results. Start with a single courageous act. Pick one area of your life you wish to transform, one limiting belief you're ready to challenge, one fear you're willing to confront. Write it down, make it real, and then ask yourself this: what's one small, actionable step I can take today to move myself closer to my goal? Perhaps it's making a phone call you've been putting off, having a difficult conversation you've been avoiding, or simply dedicating 15 minutes to pursuing a passion that's been relegated to the back burner. The key is to take action, however small, to break the inertia of inaction and create momentum. Never underestimate the power of one small step, my friends. It may seem insignificant in the grand scheme of things, but it's the first link in a chain of actions that will ultimately lead you to your desired destination. Each step, no matter how small, builds upon the last, creating a ripple effect that extends far beyond the initial action. As you take that first step, you'll find that something remarkable happens. Your self-belief begins to blossom. You start to see yourself as capable of creating change, of overcoming challenges, of achieving what you once thought impossible. And with each subsequent step, that belief grows stronger, fueling your determination and propelling you forward. Remember, you are not alone on this journey. There are countless others who have walked this path before you, who have faced their fears, embraced change, and emerged stronger, wiser, and more fulfilled. Draw strength from their experiences, seek guidance from those you admire, and never ever give up on yourself. We've journeyed together, you and I, through the treacherous landscapes of self-doubt, the shadowy forests of fear, the seductive embrace of the comfort zone. We've unmasked the insidious nature of blame, exposed the seductive whisper of inertia, and discovered the power that lies dormant within each and every one of us. But our journey, my friends, is far from over. In fact, it's only just begun. For the true test of courage, the true measure of transformation, lies not in the words we speak, but in the actions we take. It's time to stop being a passive observer in your own life and step boldly into the role you were destined to play, the architect of your own destiny. The world is brimming with opportunities, adventures, and experiences that are yearning to be discovered. But they won't come knocking on your door, my friends. You must actively seek them out, pursue them with unwavering determination, and embrace the challenges that inevitably arise along the way. This, my friends, is your call to action. Embrace the discomfort of growth. Challenge your limiting beliefs. Step outside the familiar confines of your comfort zone. And most importantly, never, ever give up on yourself. Remember, transformation is not a destination, but a journey. There will be setbacks, challenges, and moments of doubt. But with each obstacle you overcome, with each step you take towards your true potential, you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more resilient than you ever thought possible. So go forth, my friends, and embrace the transformative power of change. The world is waiting to witness the extraordinary individual you were born to be.